A healthy afternoon to everybody who has joined us today, and a very warm welcome to today's session. Uh, Being India's oldest and only doctor led weight loss company, it is our responsibility to ensure that we help everybody become the best version of themselves. And in line with this vision and with this mission, we conduct this Q&A session with our senior doctors, Dr. Reena, Dr. Vinita, and sometimes even with our founder, Dr. Shikha Sharma, whenever we are able to get hold of them. So today we have with us our chief doctor, Dr. Reena Rawat, who has over 15 years of experience in the field of nutrition and diet management. Welcome to the session, Dr. Reena.
Thank you, Divya.
We also have with us Mrs. Aarti, who is a member of our family, who is a member of the Vedic Diet program. Welcome to this session, Mrs. Aarti.
Thank you.
So, to the attendees that are joining us for the first time, this webinar usually happens in a question answer format. I will be asking some questions to our chief doctor here, to the panel, and she will uh, be try to be as comprehensive with those answers as possible. Dr. Ina, I took the liberty of asking the questions to our community beforehand, and I have a huge list of questions with me. But with whatever time we have, let us hope that we can answer all of the questions of our attendees. While we also do that, we would also like to invite the perspective of Mrs. Aarti, who has been a part of the journey with us for quite some time now. So, without further ado, I think we should start with the webinar. So, Dr. Reena, the first question that I would like to table to you is about the Vedic philosophy on weight loss. What is actually the Ayurvedic way of looking at our bodies and looking at the environment, and what is the Ayurvedic philosophy at looking at weight loss, and not just weight loss, but also the diseases associated with it? Could you throw a little bit of light on it?
Yeah. So Vedic itself shows that the knowledge which we get from the Vedas, and in our ancient texts, our sages, they have explained it so beautifully that by just living a simple life and having the food which is plant based can make an individual healthy. And the second thing which is very important in Vedic nutrition is eating food as per your body type, and that is the main reason why so many food which are compatible or suiting to a particular person, and there might be the possibility that the same food is not compatible to any other person. And this is how it happens, like if you have a prakriti which is vata or pitta or kapha, so basis on that it is very important to choose the right kind of food and to avoid the food which are going to aggravate these bioenergies in your body. So I would just like to give an example over here. Like sometimes it happens that a person who is taking milk in the same family, like rest of the family is taking milk, but they are not facing any problem. But in some cases, if a person is having milk, but every time whenever the person is having milk, the person feels bloated, and there is the formation of mucus is more in that particular person. So if a person's prakriti is kapha, which is the water element. So if the person with kapha prakriti is taking a food which again is going to aggravate kapha dosha in your body, so that is somehow going to create a problem for that person. So in that way, it is very important to know that this particular food is compatible or suiting to my body type or not. And with this, you'll be able to maintain your a healthy life, and you'll be able to manage various lifestyle disorders.
So, Dr. Reena, would there be some sort of a parallel between allergies and suits and non-suits from an Ayurvedic perspective?
No. So basically, allergy is something which is the instant reaction for a particular food. Like if you are allergic to something, then there are the reaction is very severe also. Like there might be some skin rashes occur, There might be some nausea, vomiting, or loose stomach. If you are having a food which is actually you are allergic to. In intolerance, you are not able to handle that food properly. There might be a bloating, there might be a stomach ache, or there might be uncomfortable after having that particular food. So these are the features which shows that your body is not taking that food in a healthy way. So yes, there is a difference in between both the conditions.
So I'll take this to Mrs. Aarti uh,
Yeah,
as well. Ma'am, having joined the Vedic diet program
yeah.
and having understood a little bit about what Ayurveda is and
Yeah.
your suits and non-suits, what has been your experience? Were you surprised about finding out that some foods are doing more harm to you than others?
Actually, my diet plan is going on very smoothly, and I don't have problem with particular food and any allergy. So I'm going on very well. And dietitian Pratibha Kumari is with me. So last 4 5 months I am with your diet plans and everything. So I'm quite satisfied with the experience, and I have lost 10 kgs in 4 5 months actually, and further want to lose more also.
Absolutely, ma'am. So, but
Um,
uh, having understood a little bit about Ayurveda from my interaction with Dr. Reena as well, I came to an understanding that kitchen herbs or these superfruits or superfoods that we call in Ayurveda are extremely important. They may be as simple as methi dana or as simple as Himalayan berry or gaikula, but they may play a very, very important role in our journey towards an optimum health and not just an optimum weight. So, did you also did the doctors or the nutritionists also recommend you to consume certain herbs based on your specific case or your body type?
yeah, yeah. They have prescribed me few medicines, Ayurvedic medicines, and I'm taking that regularly, and I'm expecting good results with that.
What
For the
Ayurvedic medicines have you been
It's
taking?
like simple triphala, then moringa, then amla juice and aloe vera juice also in the morning. So it's going on very well actually.
So, Dr. Reena, if I'm not wrong, all of these are basically just herbs that we get from natural sources itself, right? And a very interesting question came from uh, one of the audiences or one of the members of our community, and she wanted to understand the impact of Gaikula on metabolism. So, could you throw some light on uh, how herbs are really an important part of a Vedic diet, and how herbs help us to uh, in our journey towards an optimum weight and good health, and more specifically, how Gaikula does it.
Yeah. So basically, the role of herbs is to boost the functions of your body internally. When we talk about weight loss, it is not like you are taking a pill for weight loss. No, it is basically the herbs which are going to boost your metabolism, which are going to improve the detoxification process, especially they enhance the activity of the liver because that is the only site which is responsible for detoxification in our body. And when we talk about Gacula is basically a herb which is a combination of three herbs. One is Garcinia, second one is Amla, and third one is turmeric. And it is, we all know that the health benefits of Amla, it is rich in vitamin C, improves your immunity. And turmeric, although we all are using it at our home, but if you take turmeric as a herb on a regular basis, it improves your metabolism and it also detoxifies your liver. Gacula or the Garcinia, which is the main ingredient of this herb, is basically responsible to detox your body and it improves your digestion also. So this combination is very useful in terms of managing your weight. So that is the reason, along with the diet, these herbs actually enhance your detoxification process so that the journey of weight loss becomes much easier for you, and the food that you are taking, it gets digested properly, it gets assimilated properly, and the channels of the channels from where the toxins are coming out from your body, it works properly, like as Mrs. Aarti said that she's taking triphala. So triphala itself is a rasayan. It nourishes all your body tissues and it helps you to have your regular bowel movements. And at the same time, like most of the people are not aware of this fact that it has amla also in it, triphala. And this is very effective in terms of if a person is having hair fall or skin problems and the person starts taking triphala. So along with the weight management, you see a lot of improvement in your skin health, in your hair health. So in a way, these herbs are not specifically target a particular organ. They improve your entire system, and you will get a lot of benefit in your other, particular organs or your system also.
So, my understanding here becomes that these herbs are not a magic pill to weight loss, and just eating them would not help you just shed kilos quickly. Instead, they are treatments to detoxify your body of all the intoxicants and improve your bodily functions, so that the food that you are eating gets absorbed properly, gets digested properly, and and then on the impact of food becomes very efficient, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so ma'am, that came from the perspective of weight loss, but does uh, having these herbs become important when people are suffering from diseases like diabetes or PCOS or hypothyroidism? Or more specifically, I got this question from members of our community. If somebody is suffering from uh, weight gain after giving birth, do these herbs or does the Ayurvedic perspective on diet become important then as well?
Yeah, see, after delivery, or that we called, post partum, like when you see the weight gain, and this is a very natural process. And after a period of time, if a mother is breastfeeding also, then naturally the weight starts going down. And it is very important to take care of your diet during that time. And these herbs are in our tradition. Like, during that period, the ladies are supposed to take water, like zira water, ajwain water. These are the herbs because at this time, the vata, the air element of your body is very high. And it is very important to pacify that thing. So yes, there are kitchen herbs which are very beneficial at this time. Along with the managing your diet, it is very important to take these herbs during that period.
So, Mrs. Aarti, were you also suffering from some core disease along with your issues with weight management? And did your experience with the Ayurvedic way of looking at your body help with that disease as well?
Yeah, I'm suffering from hypertension actually, and I'm taking tablets for that. And I found that my BP came by 20 units, came down after starting this program. So it is very steady at 120/80. So definitely some benefit is there. And otherwise, the weight loss is very smooth with the herbs and everything. I
So,
find it.
Dr. Reena, could you throw some light on Mrs. Aarti's case here uh, and how following the Vedic diet has helped her hypertension as well?
Yeah, see, if we talk about hypertension, diabetes, cholesterol, all these are lifestyle disorders. And the moment you have, irregular eating patterns, and when the lifestyle becomes sedentary, and most of the time nowadays, the stress also plays a very major role in terms of, disturbing your metabolism. So all these diseases are lifestyle-based disorders, and the moment you correct your lifestyle and eating habits, your cholesterol starts coming to the normal, your sugar level starts coming to the normal, and especially the blood pressure. So, because during this entire Vedic nutrition plan, you are supposed to take more of food which is plant-based and the food which is rich in fruits and vegetables. Because most of the time we have seen that when we take the dietary recall of a person when they join the program, it's very rare that person is having any fruit in the entire day or maybe just a slice of fruit, and the salad is also very less. The moment you start the journey with the Vedic diet, gradually you make a conscious effort to incorporate fruit salad in your diet. But over a period of time, it becomes a part of your routine, and you don't have to make any conscious effort. So I would like to ask Mrs. Aarti regarding the same. Like earlier, when you were following the diet with us, without when you are not join us. So at that time, what is the difference you see in terms of your, the food that you are having?
Actually, I feel very light and energetic after joining this program. Means
Okay.
slowly I found this difference in me, and actually I'm enjoying the whatever diet given to me. I'm means enjoying this also. Various recipes I'm trying also.
Okay.
I go on
So
internet and search for the recipes and try. Even my
great,
family
great,
members are also okay with that diet. Means they like the food basically.
fine.
Uh, so
Yeah. So
So
I have you tried the Vedic recipes also, like the app that we have?
yeah,
So
I tried some. Yeah,
hmm.
and they are very
So
nice.
which is your favorite recipe you think, like after joining this program, like any particular recipe that you feel is, you have not tried earlier and during this program you have made it first time and you liked it.
Red lentil soup with carrot.
Okay.
One more is paneer tikka masala and paneer salad also, roasted paneer salad.
Okay. Great. Great.
Yeah.
it becomes a little
Yeah.
surprising that these tasty foods can also become a part of a diet that helps us
Okay.
lose weight and manage diseases very well.
Yeah.
So moving on, ma'am, we have a question from one of our live viewers right now, and if you can answer that, I'm not from a medical perspective, I'm not able to understand this question well, but I'll just throw it at you. So, any suggestions for very low AMH count and whether a healthy diet can improve the situation if somebody is trying to conceive?
See, in this diet, as I have mentioned, that if somebody is trying to conceive and there are some sort of imbalances in their body, and the moment you, especially in the fertility condition, most of the time it happens that, if a person is following the diets which is deficient in healthy fats, because fats is a very plays a very important role in our body when it comes to the hormones, because the hormones are soluble in, they require a medium wherein the fat is plays a very important role. And similarly, the certain vitamins are here in our body, like vitamin A, vitamin E, and vitamin D. These are all fat soluble vitamins. So it is very important to have a diet which contains healthy oil. We have seen many people who stopped taking oil completely, or they follow something like zero oil diet, wherein they are not having anything which contains oil. Especially for ladies who are, who want to conceive, they should have a diet which is rich in vitamin C, antioxidants, and especially vitamin E, and the natural oils, which comes from the seeds, that sunflower seeds, flax seeds, millets, almonds, walnuts, and pine nuts. So these are the, the natural sources from where you get your healthy fats. And similarly, like when you're cooking food also, use oil which is cold pressed. You can use kachi khani mustard oil. You can use cow's ghee also, you can use a bit, because it is very important to lubricate your body from inside. excessive dryness in your body, it leads to a lot of medical problems which are related to fertility. And if you talk about in terms of Ayurveda, so there is a dosha which is Vata, air element, and when it gets aggravates, it actually dries up, the system, wherein the secretions become very less from your body, and due to which all these kind of problems where the fertility issues are there. So we have seen in such cases, like if you have your regular healthy diet, with balanced diet with all the nutrients in it, and the fats obviously plays a very major role there.
Thanks a lot for that answer, Dr. Reena. Before I move on to the next questions and before I talk to Mrs. Aarti a little bit more, I would like to invite the audiences and the live audience, obviously, if they have any specific questions that they would like to ask our chief doctor, or if they would like to put across to Mrs. Aarti as well, they can definitely go ahead and write those questions in the chat, and I will take ahead and ask them to our panelists here. So, Dr. Reena, I would like to switch the topic a little bit and talk about another disease that is generating a lot of queries amongst our health seeker community. So, I would like to ask this question actually came from Mr. Gaurav, and I think he's part of our audience as well. So, he asks whether hypothyroidism is reversible through a shift towards healthy nutrition, good sleep, and physical activity. Can it be cured permanently, and is it possible to end medicine for the rest of the life?
Yeah. So I have told that any kind of problem in your body, especially if you're talking about hypothyroidism, yes, diet plays a very major role. Diet and your lifestyle plays a very major role. And because it is a hormonal problem, and with a lifestyle diet, you can be able to maintain your TSH levels. Along with that, it is very important not to stop your medication all of a sudden. Okay. Even if your levels are within the range, it is advisable to taper down the dose. And for that, you have to consult your endocrinologist, because as per their, most of the time we have seen people who, see that the TSH levels are normal. So they suddenly stop having any kind of medication. So you can taper down the doses gradually. And yes, it is possible that with a healthy lifestyle, with a healthy choices that you make in terms of food, you can easily reverse your hypothyroid problem as well.
Is this true for Mrs. Arti's case here as well? Am I, Dr. Reena, am I
Yeah,
audible?
yeah, Divyansh, yeah,
So
yeah.
my question is a good diet and good sleep and good amount of physical activity true for other diseases as well, as in the case of Mrs.
Yeah,
Arti?
yeah, yes, yes. As I've told you, like diabetes, like most of the people, they are able to manage their diabetes with just managing their lifestyle. They incorporate few exercises and dietary modifications. And it is very important to make it a part of your lifestyle, because if you are just planning to follow something for 3 months, 6 months, or a year, and then you feel that now everything is fine and now I can have whatever I want, so that is again a problem. So it should be a part of your lifestyle later on also, because the moment you deviate from your healthy lifestyle and eating habits, so these are the diseases which can reoccur also. So it is very important to keep a track, even if you are having a diabetes, just keep a track on your sugar levels. If you are hypertensive, you have to make sure that even after your blood pressure is under control, but you have to monitor it. Okay. And same is for the thyroid. Even if your thyroid TSH level comes down to the normal, after every 6 months, get yourself checked, so that you can, make sure that, things are under control with your lifestyle and diet.
Okay. So obviously that is a great news for all the health seekers who in our audience are looking for answers beyond Western medicine. And definitely the Ayurvedic way of looking at their bodies and looking at their lifestyles can be a great experiment, and it not just experiment, we've proven that with over 50,000 people now, can be a great way for them to uh, get in the most optimal health possible. So moving on, Dr. Reena, is it true that food and seasons also are related to each other? And if you eat a certain type of food in a certain season, that will benefit you more. And another type of food in another season, it will harm you. And if that is true, one of the members of our community wanted to ask about the foods that they need to avoid and consume during monsoon.
Yeah, so it is always advisable to choose the food as per the season, and we also suggest the things which are available in that particular region. If someone is having a, living in the North India or in the South India, so the food which is available in your local stores is, the food which is available as per your the climatic conditions over there. It is they are supposed to have that kind of food, and that is best for your health. As far as concern regarding the monsoon, in Vedic nutrition or in Ayurveda, it is said that in this season when the monsoon begins, the water becomes a little hard. The quality of water becomes little hard. And in the ancient science, they have already said that if the monsoon starts, always start, taking the water which is already boiled, and then you can make it to the room temperature and then have. So somewhere it makes the water light also. The quality of the water, it becomes little lighter, easy to digest during the monsoon. And second thing, the chances of contamination are more in the monsoon season. So that is also going to help to kill the germs or the bacteria which are there. So in that way, in the ancient science, they already have this knowledge that as per the season, what are the changes that has to be inculcated into the lifestyle. So yes, it definitely makes a lot of difference. Like when you are having your food, especially during the monsoon. And the second thing that one should avoid during the monsoon is curd. Although we avoid curd in the late evening hours, but curd because during that time it becomes very heavy to digest, and your system or your the digestive fire becomes little sluggish during the monsoon. So try to take the food which is little soupy, which is little, have more of the water content, and the food which is easily digestible in the monsoon season.
Okay. Uh, so, ma'am, another question that I got from our community here was, although it was definitely related to how our body responds to food, it was not exactly related to our physical wellness. It was related to our mental wellness. Could you throw some light on the best herbs, if there are any, that can help us manage our mental health in terms of our concentration, stress, depression, anxiety, and all of that?
Yeah. So if we talk about the herbs for the, for anxiety, or if we talk about the nowadays people are having problem with the sleep also because of the stress. So apart from having a nutritious diet that we always talk about, having all the nutrients in your diet, whether it is carbohydrate or proteins or fats or minerals, vitamins that you are taking from the fruits and salad. Along with that, there are certain herbs which are very beneficial for people who are having anxiety. So, like there is a chamomile infusion or the chamomile tea is very effective and it has soothing properties also. So that also you can have incorporate. And apart from that, jasmine infusion is very good and soothing for the nerves, and it is very good for the people having anxiety. Apart from that, in Ayurveda there is a therapy that we call nasyam, and nowadays after COVID, people are aware of what nasyam is. But for sleep also, it is very effective. So what you have to do, you have to take cow's ghee and just put 2 drops of cow's ghee in your each nostrils when you are going to sleep. So it nourishes your channels also, and it is very effective in terms of if person is having any problem which is related to the sleep. and if there is a lot of anxiety or stress, so it nourishes your brain basically. So the medication that you take from your nose, in Ayurveda it is said that it reaches to your brain and it nourishes your brain cells. So cow's ghee, which is very easily available, just make sure you have a ghee which is organically grown from the grass-fed cows, and that ghee is very effective for all the problems which are related to the nervous system.
So, Mrs. Aarti, have you also experienced any changes to your mental health after having switched to a more scientific manner of looking at food and after having switched to the Ayurvedic diet?
Yeah. So I'm actually feeling very energetic, and my mood is improved definitely over the past few months. So that can I can observe that, and I feel very basically light, and the mood is very light. So I feel good. This basically overall.
So, Dr. Reena, could you throw some light on Mr. Aarti's case here as well? How is her Vedic diet helping her feel lighter and her mood is also better?
Yeah, so it is very important. Like when you nourish your body, as I have told you, it is not about that when you change your eating habits, it is not going to target a particular organ. But when you take food and when it gets digested and absorbed through the intestines, it reaches to your each and every cell, whether it's your muscles, whether it's your brain cells, or it is your bones. So if you are taking the right kind of nutrition, so every cell in your body get proper nourishment. Along with that, you are also taking herbs which are boosting your detoxification process. So each cell is detoxifying your liver is detoxifying, and it's boosting up the energy in your body. So it is not one thing that if you are taking a particular medicine or a particular food or a particular exercise, it is basically a holistic approach wherein all the ingredients play a major role. Like the diet is equally important, your physical activity is equally important, and the herbs also play a very important role, especially not for a healthy individual. If a person is having any kind of lifestyle disorder, it is very important to incorporate our the kitchen herbs, because that plays a very important role to make the corrections in your body, which happens due to the imbalances in the doshas or the bioenergies in your body. So I think with Mrs. Aarti also, the moment she starts giving right kind of nourishment to her body, she has started taking the wholesome food in terms of grains, the different kind of grains she must be having, and different kind of fruits, and she's also taking enough quantity of proteins also every day. So I think that plays a very important role when it comes to when you're taking your food as a medicine, when you're making a conscious effort that what exactly you're putting in your mouth and what it is going to do in your body, whether it is going to harm your body or whether it's going to punish your nourish your body. So it is very important, at that time, that if you are making a right decision about choosing your food, then definitely over a period of time you'll find that these kind of ailments, like like she mentioned that the energy levels improved. So it is not that we have done something for her energy level. No, our aim is basically to provide right nourishment to the body, and automatically your body is intelligent enough to know that if the body is getting right nutrition, then how to react to that. So your body tells you that you are on a right track the moment you feel more energetic, the moment you feel the levels are coming under control, whether it is sugar or your blood pressure or your thyroid.
So, of course, Mrs. Aarti, we're very happy to see that you're getting results in terms of not only your physical well-being but also your mental well-being. So, could you maybe tell us a little bit about how your day-to-day diet looks like? How many meals are you having? How much water are you having? Are you having any fruits on a daily basis? So, what does your diet look like?
Actually, I am having two meals, lunch and dinner, and in between some snacks, light snacks, around 5 p.m. And in the morning, mid morning, they are giving me fruit diet. So, total 4 meals, the breakfast around 9 a.m. That is all protein based basically. And in between, some carbs also are given in the form of idli or some whatever other items. And mainly the protein based diet is there. And if I take the free meal, then the next day is the detox day. So I go on detox for the next day, and that's how I manage my all means weight and everything. So that is the basically diet.
So even if we are having cheat days, Dr. Reena, it is very well manageable if we know exactly what that extra food or what that uh, uh, nutrition deficient food does to our body so that the next day we can manage it. And that can be achieved only when we are very well educated and very well aware about the science of food and what it does to our body, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
So,
So the way Miss,
no, please go ahead, ma'am.
yeah, Divya. Yeah. So I was telling that, yeah, the way Mrs. Aarti said that cheat day is there, and it is very important to make a conscious effort that if you are having cheat day, then you need to manage your, the routine accordingly for the next 3, 4 days, because it cannot be like, as I have mentioned, that you can have cheat day twice in a week, but not thrice in a week. So
Right.
it is very important, yeah, to have the unhealthy food in moderation only, because the moment the portion size is more, and the more frequently you are having those kind of food, so it is going to harm your body.
Uh, so, we are coming very closely to the end of the session here, having answered most of the questions that our community threw at us. So I would like to remind the audience once more, if there are any questions that still remain, and you want to take the opportunity to ask them directly to Mrs. Aarti here or Dr. Reena Rawat, you can throw them at us through the chat. So Dr. Reena, I've just received this one question from Ms. Mamta Rastogi, and she says her HB1AC is 5.9. Does
Hmm.
she require any medicine, or can that be managed through following the Vedic diet protocol and healthy exercise regimen?
Yeah, see, if so, she has to get her 5.9 is the HbA1c, but it is like it would be better if she can get her blood sugar check, fasting, and PP also, to know the current, the levels of the sugar in the body right now. So if it is in the borderline, then definitely it can be controlled with the with the dietary changes and with the lifestyle modification. But the levels are, if out of the range from the borderline, then of course you need to consult a physician to take the proper advice. But 5.9 is something which is not very high, so it is in the borderline, but it's still HbA1c shows the level from the last 2 months. So yeah, so she has mentioned, I think it is 122. Yeah, so it is borderline, and that can easily be managed with your dietary modifications and with your lifestyle changes.
So the Vedic diet does have answers for pre-diabetics as well.
Exactly.
Okay, all right. Uh, so I think we are at the end of our session. Thanks a lot, Mrs. Aarti, for your time.
Yeah, thank you so
We
much.
wish you very, very good luck in your journey towards even better health, and we wish that you are able to uh, uh, get even better in terms of your physical as well as mental health. We wish you a very energetic life ahead. Thanks a lot, Dr. Reena, for your invaluable insights once again. I'm pretty sure the audience is extremely happy with your insightful answers. And thanks a lot to the audience who very patiently was here and participated on this webinar. To all those questions that were not answered, and to all those who would like to interact with us at some other time, we conduct these sessions almost regularly on every Wednesdays and Saturdays. And you can look ahead and attend our other sessions and then maybe interact with Dr. Reena and maybe Dr. Shikha as well sometime. Thanks a lot, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, Divyansh. Bye.